Okay, what's up? Welcome to another video and welcome back to my cold, miserable, wet garage where I am tonight. It's about 6 degrees in here. It's freezing, but we got to get stuff done with the EVO.
Oh shit, here we go again.
So yes, if you remember in the last video, everything went well with the car. I got to drive it finally. It was fantastic to drive. Wheel alignment went well, looked underneath it, there's no leaks, everything is good. It's been sitting in the garage now for about 3 weeks, and I love that there's no leaks underneath the car, which is a new thing in my life. But we are still having an issue with the idle, and it's driving me crazy. I've been doing my best to fix it, looking at different things, researching on the internet, asking questions, and it's just confusing me even more. So I'll talk about what I did to try and avoid this idling issue, which I know is a problem with EVOs. They can suffer from like a poor idle thing where they're always constantly hunting or maybe even dying out or something as well. So brand new inlet manifold seal, which you might be able to see. This is kind of like a thicker one as well to avoid any leaks. I have replaced the seals in the throttle body, which I know are one of the biggest problems that cause this. There is a new gasket for the throttle body as well, and I made very much sure that there were no vacuum leaks or anything on the inlet manifold.
Are you sure about that?
Because we have removed the EGR and a few other things that, you know, could have been a problem. But we still have this problem with the hunting idle, which I will show you now. So yeah, that's what it's doing. It's just kind of, it drops down, then it goes back to 2,000, 2.5, back down. Also, if you rev it, it takes a very long time for it to come back down to idle. It kind of just sits there and slowly comes back down. It doesn't sound good. It's a pain to drive at slow parking speeds as well. So tonight I'm going to fix it. Well, I hope so. If we fix it, then you're probably going to see this video. If we don't, then this footage will be never to be seen again. But I'm going to try 2 things tonight. One is I'm going to check for vacuum leaks here. Now I'm only working with the tools that I have. So to check for vacuum leaks, I'm going to be using this, a little Milwaukee tire compressor thing. It would be a lot better if I had a shop compressor or something, but that's all I have. I think, I'm no scientist, but I'm thinking if this can pump up a 4-wheel drive tire like we have on our X-Trail, then it should be able to put pressure in this inlet system. So we'll give it a try. What I'm going to do is I'm going to split the system up. I'm going to put my little homemade, so this is something I actually made for the Zafiro many years ago when I knew it had vacuum leaks. This is my little boost leak tester that I made. Just a tire bike valve stuck in this plumbing end plastic piece here with silicone hose. I'm just going to put that on the turbo inlet, and I'm going to just test the hot side intercooler piping, the intercooler, and the cold side, and I'm going to block this bit up here. So I'm going to see if there's any leaks just in this system here. Now, the other thing that I have, this little one down here. This is the idle air control valve, another known issue on Mitsubishi EVOs. Now, everyone is telling me this is the problem, but I don't think it's a problem. I am sure that that one is working. I have tested it. It looks like it's working to me. It sounds like it's working. It wasn't a problem before we took the engine out and everything as well, so I don't see how suddenly it could not be working. But I have another one that I can try. So if these 2 methods don't work, then I'm back to square one, chasing this issue that I have no idea what's causing it, and no one has been able to help me either. So anyway, it's cold. Let's get to it. Start it up. Okay, Okay, so my homemade boost leak tester is bolted to the turbo, and then I have blocked off this one here with this plumbing plastic block off pipe thing. So now we have a sealed system from the turbo through the intercooler and back up to the cold side piping here. So at least we can test this. Apologies for the noise. Okay, we have found a leak down there. So that's one. You can see a lot of bubbles coming. That's what's interesting is I can hear air coming from the blow-off valve, but I can't see anything, see any bubbles. I've just removed this pipe completely, and I'm just going to test it individually. Okay, so this is just a sticky mess. We have a leak. We have a leak here at this block off point. See it leaking there? I can hear air coming from the blow-off valve, but maybe that's just what it's actually meant to be doing. But I don't see any air escaping from it. And obviously there's air coming from this one here. If I put so much pressure into it, it's starting to come off. But we have a leak here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tighten up the blow-off valve. I may also just tighten up this the diaphragm of it as well. And I'm going to tighten up this one too, because this is a definite leak here also. Okay, so I've removed the idle air control valve from down there. This is my one, which is all nice and clean. There is like a rubber O-ring that's in there. I've just taken it out, put it there. Yeah, whether it's clean because I cleaned it, like it looks good. So that's the old one. This is the one that I have bought to see if it works. It looks older than mine. It also looks a lot more like corroded and stuff, but hey, you never know. So yeah, as you can see, this pipe is on, but you can see the fitment. This is rubbing against the radiator hose. You can see here, this clamp is on such an angle because this hose doesn't line up with this hose properly. Yeah, so it's all a bit of a mess. And then this inlet one is just a nightmare when you need to get it on because it just doesn't fit. It hits this bottom radiator hose. It doesn't allow for any bend coming off the compressor for this. Okay, we're ready to roll. Again, this is not fitting perfect, but it's okay. But yeah, I'm going to start this car up in here with the garage door shut. So yeah, this might be the last you ever hear of me from CO2 suffocation. But yeah, let's give this a try. And let's do this. I heard the idle air control valve go, so I guess that's good. Well, I can already tell it's not fixed the problem. You can see it now. not. It's doing the same thing again.
Why must life be so hard?
So after the other night, I had a bit of a rage quit and decided to go back at it tonight. And I have discovered something. We have leaks at the inlet manifold gasket. I didn't think that was possible because I was sure I tightened this all up, but I did my own test. Basically hooked up this directly to the inlet manifold, sprayed heaps of soap around that inlet manifold, and there was quite a few bubbles coming up. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten every single bolt for the inlet manifold, and possibly we may have our fix. Oh man, this is just killing me right now. Okay, so this is a real pain in the ass. These bolts down here are very hard to get to, and I'm only accessing the, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 top ones. The bottom ones, I'll have to jack up the car to try and get to, but if we look here, let's start our little pressure. We're holding pressure. This is the first time ever it's dropping, and I can see bubbles coming from the inlet manifold still. But this is huge because for the first time ever, my camera's caught on something, but yeah, I've been able to keep pressure at the inlet manifold. This is good. I think we found the problem. Finally, some idiot, I think you know who it is, did not tighten the inlet manifold bolts properly. Man, I remember putting this on and torquing them up. But yeah, obviously it wasn't tight enough. A lot of them, like, you can't torque, you can't get a torque wrench up to, but yeah. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna have to jack the car up, try and get to these ones from underneath and tighten them. Maybe that's where it's still leaking, but there's still bubbles coming up from there. But good thing is we have pressure, so I'm not going to say it, but like I'm 90% sure that we have found the problem here. So I'm going to tighten these bolts up one more time, then jack the car up, get to the ones underneath. Whew, I wasn't really planning on working on the car properly tonight, but now that I found the solution, I'm pretty motivated to get this done now. Yeah, so let's hit my little magic button. Okay, 5 psi. I know this here is leaking a lot of air, but that's just the one that runs the blow-off valve. Just block it up. If you look here, we do have some leaks at this, I believe, is the map sensor. Or this one, I'm not too sure. You can see a bit of air coming out here, so like I've tightened these up as much as I can. I'm scared to tighten them anymore unless, you know, I break one of these bolts. But other than that, like, it's holding pressure for a little while and then it goes out. But that's about the best I can do. I mean, I think what I'll do now is I'll connect everything up. I also disconnected the battery just to let it kind of reset the idle and everything. But I think I'll connect everything up, see how it idles, and then what I might do is I might clean all this off and maybe just put like some sealant or something on there to stop the air leaking from that. Everything is all hooked back up, intercooler plumbing's on, intake is on, airflow center's hooked up, all the vacuum lines are hooked up as well. We've still got a bit of soapy residue here, but yeah, it's late at night. We're gonna make some noise. I don't like turning this on at this time of the night when my kids are asleep, but we ain't got no choice right now. I really want to try this. Like, it sounds smoother already. Cold, we're at 1,500 RPM. That sounds better from the exhaust already. It's sounding good. It's sounding a lot better already, a lot smoother. Before, at idle, it would sound like a rally car from the exhaust. It was like blah, 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 blah. Now it's like very smooth. It's quieter as well. I'm just waiting for it to start mucking around, but so far this is good. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to let it get up to temperature, and then we'll see how it goes when it's at operating temp. So let's wait for that. Okay, we're getting up to temp. Man, I can't believe how quiet it is.
It's whisper quiet!
It's really quiet. And it probably doesn't sound it on film, but it sounds completely different. It sounds really good, and the exhaust is so quiet. But I am so happy right now. We're pretty much getting up to temp. And look at that idle, baby! Holy. What temperature are we at? Oil temp's not registering yet, 38 degrees, so we're not even really at temperature, but the gauge is showing it. But always the test has been if I tap the throttle. If I tap the throttle, then it goes crazy. So here goes nothing. I am so happy right now. I fixed it. I fixed the idle.
A great success!
You have no idea how much this has been making me go crazy. I've been like losing sleep over this, of what this could possibly be. And I just didn't tighten the inlet manifold bolts enough. Because I'm an idiot. I thought I did, but obviously not enough. There were a few other things on the inlet manifold also that were a little bit loose. But man, oh man, this is it. The car is 100% done. I am so stoked right now. I mean, I'm gonna let it properly warm up, wait for the thermofans to come on. But I'm pretty confident that I finally fixed the idle on the EVO. Yes! Well, we're up to temp, and she's idling like a kitten. Can you say that? I don't care. But she's idling smooth and steady. I can give it revs, and it just drops straight back down. Oh, fuck, I am just so stoked right now. I'm gonna turn it off before I wake up my whole family. Anyway, I can end this video. Absolutely stoked. The car is 100% done now. Oh man, I can just start doing some other things on the car. So happy. Yep. I actually had to cancel an inspection that I had to get the plates on this car because it just was idling like a pig. I didn't want to show it to them, but now it's 100% ready, so all good. I'm going to celebrate by hanging this up. I have been waiting to hang this up until the car was 100%. So I'm going to do that right now. I've had this on a lot of my cars, my little Australian kangaroo boxing glove. I'm going to put it up. End the video. Thank you so much. Absolutely stoked. Good news, everyone. And I am a very, very happy man. See you in the next video.